For the grace of God, I stand before you sober today. My name is Teresa, and I invite you to participate in being a witness to my life journey, to see how the impossible can become possible. I will share with you what my life was like, what it is now, and what I foresee in the future. I am born of an alcoholic mother. And when I was born, my mother left me in the hospital. And she told my father, you wanted it, you can have it, keep it away from me. It was my grandmother and my father who brought me home. And what they said, that the only thing that stopped me from crying was alcohol, so that's what they gave me. My mother then set a precedent in the home that the only thing that was to be given to me was a bottle of alcohol kept in my mouth 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I spent the next 23 years inundated with alcoholism, sexual abuse, verbal abuse, and physical abuse. That was the only life that I knew. I didn't know that another one existed. Some time passed where alcohol betrayed me, and the effects of alcohol wore off, and I now became present for my experience. And it left me emotionally handicapped with no coping skills. And because I didn't know a life other than that life, I tried everything possible to not have a heartbeat again, but to no avail. The best thing that I can come up with was to invite death into my life, and death didn't take me out. I did what I call the aimless walk, the walk with no purpose, no agenda, no destination, and I ended up in a church. I stepped inside this church and I felt the presence, and I said a prayer. And I asked, please allow me to feel the peace that I feel in this church inside of me. I didn't know what I was praying to or if anything was listening to me. From there, I was lifted up and brought 3,000 miles from New York City to California. I arrived in downtown Los Angeles Union Station, and I was taken to South Central Los Angeles to a 12-step Alano Club. I have been there ever since, and that was 29 years ago. I was embraced by mentors and a fellowship that told me that God don't make no junk, that I deserved to be here. I learned that my name was Teresa instead of stupid. They taught me that I had a beautiful light inside of me, and all I needed to do was to clear off the dust. And to this day, I work on making that light shine. I look at my life today, and I'm so grateful that I don't have to be ashamed of my past, that I've learned that I can incorporate everything of my past, as tragic or traumatic as it sounds. It now has become my greatest asset as opposed to my liability. I'm able to use it to transform and help people change their lives all over the world. I've been able to live in the presence of this power, to build a relationship with this power, and to allow this power to demonstrate itself through me of what it can do. I've become a woman of dignity, of integrity, and self-respect. And I have an opportunity to now make a difference for the next generations to come. My nephews get the privilege of having the grace of this merciful God changing their life, giving them new tools in order to live. I've shared with you that I was a girl who was unloved, unwanted, and unnecessary. But today, I've now a demonstration of a power that can transform and to change me into a woman of dignity and integrity and self-respect and love. And to know that there's always a future despite whatever the past may have been given. And I always like to conclude by calling God a show-off. He takes a girl like me, unloved, unwanted, unnecessary, and insignificant, picks me up, dusts me off, and builds me up so you can see what he can do. I want to thank you for going on this journey and being a witness and recognizing that anything is possible, because my name is Teresa and I am a living, walking miracle.